Hello and welcome back to Real Talk. My name is Jim,
And I am Lauren.
and we are coming at you with our new bonus episode, which is our review of Pitch Perfect 2.
Yes.
Yes. What did you think of Pitch Perfect 2?
I saw Pitch Perfect 1, and I thought Pitch Perfect 2 was fun, light, and just like a nice little summer movie.
I did not see Pitch Perfect 1. So I was kind of coming at it a little bit blank. I mean, like, it's not like it was hard to follow. It was very easy to pick up on. I have some problems with the movie.
What was your problem?
It was a little all over the place. It was a little too all over the place, honestly.
Okay, so I missed the first 5 minutes of the movie because I was late.
Oh, so you don't know how it started?
I know how it started.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it.
But, basically, you know, because they get, what happens is they're publicly disgraced because of a horrible accident that happens.
I think everybody knows.
Yeah, it's in all the trailers.
Yeah.
Rebel Wilson exposes herself to the president.
I love Rebel Wilson so much.
So they are banned from collegiate competitions. And the only way that they can be able to compete again is if they compete in the World's a cappella tournament.
Yes.
And we spend a lot of time doing nothing until we get there.
What do you mean?
It's like the whole movie just kind of felt like, all right, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and now we're at Worlds, and then the end.
Oh, I don't agree with that. No, I thought it was a very real, reasonable story about people kind of going their separate ways, but still having to work together for a common goal.
Yeah, but I think it was a little unfocused in terms of how it went about doing that. Like, I think that, I just kind of felt that, like, if you want to do the whole thing with Worlds, they should have done the whole movie at the Worlds tournament, instead of just condensing it to the last 3 minutes of the movie. Instead of doing this whole thing with, like, oh, and now we're on retreat, and now we're, like, doing this whole thing, and that's, like...
Okay, have you ever watched a sports movie in your life?
Yeah.
Okay, in the
No,
movie...
that's what I mean.
In the movie Miracle, did they spend the entire movie at the U.S. versus Russia hockey game?
No, but they also didn't spend just the last 3 minutes there.
I mean, I don't think they spent the last 3 minutes. I think they spent the last, 15 minutes. I think they went to the Worlds.
At that point, I really think, like, the second half of the movie really should be, like, at Worlds.
Doing what?
Like, you know, doing a cappella, which there was not nearly enough of in this movie.
What?
They didn't do it. There was, it was all just them, we're going to these a cappella parties, and it's Anna Kendrick at her job with Key from Key and Peele, and it was...
I mean, I have to say the one part that I found maybe not to be as relevant was when Anna Kendrick was at her job.
And ironically, I think those are the parts of the movie that I found the funniest.
I mean, yeah, and I think...
But I thought I agree.
Like, I just... I think it does show that... I mean, she's the main character, so in the first movie, it was kind of about her.
Yeah.
And this was a little bit more of an ensemble movie.
Yeah.
But, if it were following the first Pitch Perfect, it would be like, I'm Anna Kendrick, this is my life, I'm at this place, and now I'm doing a cappella, and, but because it was more of an ensemble comedy, it did feel a little bit more out of place.
And, and this kind of happens when you have movies that are like, this movie wasn't going to happen if the first movie wasn't. They didn't write the first movie intending to make any more Pitch Perfect movies. No. So this movie was a byproduct of the success, and it shows, I think. What?
I think you're being unnecessarily harsh on Pitch Perfect too.
Seriously, it was like a 90-minute long movie. It felt like it was 4 hours long.
I don't know what movie you watched. What's your problem?
What do you mean?
Do you hate fun?
No.
Do you hate collegiate acapella?
Maybe.
Yeah, me too.
It was just it just kind of felt like we were spending a lot of time in the movie just not doing anything or accomplishing anything. and just killing time until the end. And honestly, the best part of the movie, in my opinion, was like basically the street battle in David Cross's basement. And if that had been like the climax of the movie, I would have been completely satisfied.
I think you needed to watch the first movie. Like, I don't really remember the first movie, as I don't really remember many movies, but like, I just think you went in expecting something different, and I think that was skewing your experience.
I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't really expecting anything.
I don't know. I think you were just... Because so what they did at David Cross is they did at the first... they did in the first movie. They basically went to this, like, unfilled pool. There was, like, a pool with no water in it or something. I don't really remember. But they had this acapella, like, freestyle... whatever battle.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess...
I thought the freestyle battle was the coolest part of the movie.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I just... Yeah, that was, like, a normal practice thing that seems to be happening for these people. But now with the Green Bay Packers.
Right. For some reason, which I thought was hilarious, actually.
I had to look up, I had to Google in the middle of it, are these really the Green Bay Packers? I was like, these guys' forearms are telling me yes, but everything else is telling me no. They were the Green Bay Packers.
And I think the thing about that, the reason why I think that should have been, not even like the movie should have ended there, but the movie should have been building up to that, rather than building up to like the Worlds thing, was because it puts them right up against the Germans, instead of like, in the end, it's like the Germans go, and then they go, and then it's kind of arbitrary who's better, because I think the Germans were better, honestly.
No!
I do! I thought the Germans were better, and that was another problem, was that I shouldn't think that the Germans are better.
It's literally Germany! They're literally metaphorical Nazis!
Like, I thought they were objectively better.
I think, if you are really a true American, you would have understood that while maybe the Germans were technically precise, they had no heart. That is what always puts America number one in everything!
It's a rationalization and completely unfair to Germany. Cool Runnings did the same thing. But...
No, I'm not...
Hello, Jamaica, with your bobsled team. We will laugh you out of Canada.
I don't agree with the statement that Germans may be technically precise but have no heart, because I know lovely German people who have a lot of heart and are very kind, but that is usually, what is happening in these kind of... This was a sports movie.
It was a sports movie. I agree.
It was a sports movie, but with singing. And I thought it was great. They brought in the whole ending, their ending performance I thought was great. I didn't like the Flashlight song as much as I was supposed to. I thought the Flashlight song was terrible. Stop it! What is your problem
What do you
with this
mean?
movie? Fine, what would you give this movie?
Give it like a C+, B-.
God, you are taking a giant dump on this movie.
No, I'm not.
For giving it that grade?
What? Oh, you mean what I'm saying doesn't reflect that grade?
Yes! What part about the movie did you like?
I like Anna Kendrick a lot. I thought parts of it were funny. I liked the acapella whenever there was actual acapella.
Oh my god. It was like all the time. They sang all the time. You and I have a large disagreement of how much of there needs to be singing to talking ratio in a movie with
you
singing.
think the singing to talking ratio is like... If it's a musical movie, you're good with like one and done. Just one song. That's all you need.
Frozen was my perfect singing to talking ratio.
I can remember 3 singing scenes in this movie.
They sang like all the time. Because it makes me uncomfortable when people break out into song in public. They do that frequently. It doesn't make you uncomfortable, so you don't
It doesn't make me
uncomfortable.
So
you don't remember it, but I remember it because they start singing in public, and I'm like, please stop doing that.
The whole Rebel Wilson thing with the nanny didn't do it for me. Like, not that he wasn't the nanny from... He plays the nanny in Modern Family.
I knew exactly what you meant.
He's not a nanny in this movie. I don't know the actor's name. And I don't know his character's name. I just know him as the nanny from Modern Family.
Well, I think they're trying to flesh out each of the
Yeah, and I
each of the
appreciate
girls. So yeah, I mean, I think they were. I think they were having something happening in Pitch Perfect 1, so they saw the conclusion of that, I guess.
And, you know, like, they tried to, like, end it, but also leave an avenue for, like, hey, we can have Pitch Perfect 3 starring Haley Steinfeld, who Haley Steinfeld was just, like, watered-down Anna Kendrick.
Oh my god, I didn't like Haley Steinfeld in this movie.
Not at all.
I really thought that was the only part of the movie that I really didn't like.
And I like Haley Steinfeld.
I do. I think she's great. I think she's a great actress. I think that this... I don't know.
It's like, the movie, it's like...
was.
I think, honestly, what the problem was, like, okay, people really like Anna Kendrick in this movie. We're probably not going to get Anna Kendrick back to the third one, because it really is even pushing it doing a second one.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's just make Haley Steinfeld the exact same character as Anna Kendrick.
I didn't think that they were similar in that way. I just thought...
Like, oh, you know, she's quirky and awkward, because she's, you know...
Yeah, I don't know. No, I didn't really find that. She just didn't seem quirky and awkward in the Anna Kendrick way. She was just, like, uncomfortable.
Well, because Anna Kendrick is good at it.
Haley Steinfeld was just like, why did they...
Haley Steinfeld's best performance was playing a stoic 10-year-old.
Yeah, she just needs to
who wanted to murder someone.
She was like Arya Stark before Arya Stark
Exactly.
was Arya Stark.
Literally, though. That is where she thrived. And not to say she can't do anything else. Like, she's a good actress. I'm sure she's very versatile.
Yeah.
But, you know, it just what she did in this movie didn't work for me.
Yeah, it really didn't work for me either. I feel really bad saying that, 'cause she seems like a really lovely person.
I'm sure.
But I just wasn't loving Haley Steinfeld. She looked adorable. I love her eyebrows. She's great. Very smart. A lot of heart. Just, I didn't love it.
But yeah, the point of the movie that did lose me was when they went to the retreat. It did, really.
Why?
Because it was like... It added what felt like another hour onto this movie.
Oh my god. You just hate fun.
I don't.
You hate fun.
I do not.
And love and laughter and female friendship.
That's not true at all.
Everything that is good in this world.
It's not true at all.
You are the Antichrist.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not true.
I thought the retreat was funny and good, and it was like, we need to get our,
our act together. Literally.
Yeah, literally. And then you were like, they did nothing to prepare for Worlds.
No, it's not that they did nothing to prepare for Worlds. It was like, the movie was just meandering. Well, like, they told a story in what felt like 3 hours, and what could have been told in 1 hour.
Okay, I totally disagree with you
That's
on
fine.
all fronts, because...
Not on Haley Steinfeld.
Fine, not on Haley Steinfeld. You know what? I take that back. She was awesome, I loved her, and I want her to win the Oscar next year.
Yeah, well, now you have no credibility, because you went back on what you already said. Now you're flip-flopping.
Alright. Just to spite you, though. Everybody else can clearly see that.
Alright.
No, I think the movie was fun. I thought it did a good job. I thought it was a good follow-up.
I'm still open to watching the first Pitch Perfect movie.
Yeah.
I can watch it, and I can
Let's
report
watch
back.
Let's watch it!
I'll watch it.
Yeah, let's watch it right now.
Alright, so I mean, I guess that's it for our bonus episode of Real Talk this week, whenever we put it out. Thank you so much for listening, and we will be back whenever we see you with our reviews of probably San Andreas, starring Mr. The Rock Johnson.
Yes, I have been Lauren, and my co-host has been the Antichrist. So
thank you,
and goodbye.
I had this whole thing that I came up with.
Okay.
Before the movie, it was like, you know, in 2012 there was a movie that came out. It was a really big, successful movie. It was this big, successful movie. It had a lot of characters. It was like against all odds. It like became this very successful, popular movie. And then in 2015, there was the follow-up to that movie, and all the reviews said it had more characters than it knew what to do with.
Oh, shut up.
Shut
up.
It didn't really seem to have the same magic that the first one had.
Oh my god, get out of here. Leave me alone.
And then, it just kind of seemed a little bit hollow compared to the first one. And I'm talking, of course, about Pitch Perfect 2.
For those of you who don't get his stupid joke, he was talking about the Avengers.
I'm gonna totally cut that out. That's so dumb.
That really was.
It was really dumb.
You gotta leave it in.
No, I'm cutting it out.
No, you gotta leave it in!